Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another glorious episode of
Boba Fett. Where? Which really applies to Chapter 5 because
Where is he?
Where's Boba Fett?
Who Gives a Shit?
Exactly.
I'm your host, Brad Hughes. To my immediate right is the man, the myth, the legend.
The 11. That is my name.
The man,
Evan.
the myth, the legend, Evan T. Boucher. What's going on, brother?
Hello there, my friend. Yeah, I'm great. I am great. It's freezing in Orlando. I moved away from Indiana for this crap.
Yeah.
But hey, it's fine.
It's going to be like 30 tomorrow.
It's going to freaking
this
snow.
weekend. Like,
It's fine.
Hasn't been this cold since like 18 something.
I know. And this is my third winter here, I think now. All 2 or 3 of my winters here, everyone's like, it's not normal. Don't worry. This isn't normally this cold. And I'm starting to be like,
dude,
is it though?
The same thing happens in Phoenix. Like for 2 weeks, it gets like in the 50s and the 30s at night. Everybody panics, and then it's back to normal.
Okay.
Like I already saw we're going to be in 70 at the end of next week.
Right? Yeah.
Again.
I'm not panicking.
It's
I'm just
gonna be
annoyed
fine.
because everyone's like, it's not normal. I'm
Come
like,
on, buddy.
pretty sure it's normal.
We're from the Midwest. We can handle this.
I
You
hate
can
it, though.
handle it.
That's why I
cannot.
left it.
I'm a bitch. I'm from the South.
I
The
left
coldest I've ever been in was like 12 degrees, which is still really cold. But
Try
like
negatives.
the thing is about Orlando, people forget about humidity.
Yes.
It affects
Yeah.
the cold too.
It does.
Yeah,
So when it's
in a
cold
weird
here,
way.
with humidity, it's colder than it would be if it was just like
Because all that water in the air.
correct.
Yeah.
It just and then like when you're at Epcot walking around World Showcase, like I was the other day, it's cold, and you were too. It's cold as shit. Like it just feels extra super
Were
cold.
you in that wraparound line for the Figment popcorn bucket, right?
No.
That went all the way around the
They were
World
sold
Showcase?
out by the
No.
time Courtney and I got there.
Yeah, no, that was a wrap.
They should have put that line around World Showcase. It's a mile and a quarter. They should have
Yeah.
just wrapped it around a mile and a quarter.
That would have been. Imagine if like it went all the
That
way
visual,
down,
that visual
all
would
the
have been
way
insane.
To like from like where that Pop
Yeah.
Eats is all the way around to.
They should have done
Mexico.
that.
That would have been dope.
Yeah,
I wanted
they
to go to
should've
that
done
Pop Eats, but the line was deep.
Pop Eats has got some good stuff.
Yeah.
The grilled cheese is good. Anyway, we'll talk about that in
Anyhow.
a second. I just want to introduce
Oh,
Phantom Voice Tom, Tom Oakrey
Ghost Toast.
to Evan's right. The other man, the other myth, the other legend. Tom Oakrey, what's going on, brother?
By the
Host
ri-
of Force Mother Box.
Thank
by the
you.
way.
By the right of the council, by the will of the Force, did you know that Jedi can't pick any kyber crystal? It chooses you. Boop beep. Yeah, kind of like you, BD1.
Ooh. Why do you mention BD1?
Interesting. I don't know why he would bring that up.
I
So-
don't know why.
Let me just get this out of the way real quick. And I've commented on Bryce Dallas Howard's post asking, like, this isn't BD1, right? Because the color scheme's wrong.
But you
BD1.
can customize the color scheme
Correct.
in the
That's
game.
my
Yeah,
problem.
you absolutely can.
That's my
Okay.
issue with it. It's like that's the problem with customizing
I'm gonna
in games.
preface, whatever. I'm going to word this by saying I don't think the one in the show was BD1.
No, neither do I.
But
And as much
go
as
on.
I want it
Go
to
on.
be.
I do because Ahsoka showed up. I think she dropped him off with I think Cal dropped BD1 off with the chick who they trust for whatever
Pelimato?
reason. Yeah, what's her name?
Pelimato?
I think he dropped her off with her because he's with Ahsoka and they're doing something, and that's why I haven't seen her again. That's my guess.
That would be cool. But go on, Tom.
Cal's got such a good relationship with BD1. Like,
And Mando doesn't with the child.
no, he absolutely does. He had to give
He trusted her with the child.
right.
That's true.
But BD1 BD1's different than Grogu. Grogu's got the Force, but he can't use it as much as any regular Jedi does. BD1 opens doors for Cal and shit like that. He helps him customize his lightsaber and
It's
shit.
Ahsoka, bro. Women, you got to believe all women. # believe all women.
I don't think it's BD1. I really want it to be BD1. Different color scheme, and the only reason I don't think it is because I don't want to get my hopes up, and then so I'll be shocked. I mean, trust me, I gasped when he rolled
Me too.
in front.
I did. I imagine we all did the Leo point.
Yes.
This whole episode was Leo point, like in a good way. Like it was great. But if they give us a
Spider-Man.
good reason and a good story to say that it is BD1, I'm for it.
Yes.
But
I just don't want it to be shoehorned and be like, it's BD1 and
Very- very well
R5,
could
those
be.
two beloved droids. And
I
we'd be
just
like,
don't see
come
why
on.
you would do that if it's not that specific. It's not like,
It's to introduce it into live action.
but it's not. It's here's the thing. It's not like it's an R2 unit that's a different color or
Right.
R5 is. It's
Yeah.
very specific to Fallen Order.
Mm-hmm.
It's
True, but
not
that's,
like
this finally shows that it's not just a one-off in this game. That it's a thing in the
I
lived-in
always-
universe.
yeah.
That's the thing with RX droids.
You're not wrong.
I don't want
You-
it to just be, there's only Captain Rex. I want it to be, no, there's millions of RXs.
You're not wrong, and I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
But this one is so specific in the way that yeah, RX droids are specific to Star Tours and Ogas. So I don't know. When I saw it, my thought was the fact that she called him BD,
I
which
know.
is what Cal called him.
Yes.
But there's other R2 units. There's R2D2, and then there's another R275 or whatever.
I know.
So you just
I
say
know.
R2.
But they usually have different names for them. Like Dr. Afra's droid is not. It's an
That
R2 unit,
000,
but it's not R2. She doesn't call him R2.
Yeah.
Like they have kind of different names that they call them. And I know that's like semantics, but
True. It's a good point, though.
until I see that it's not BD1, it's BD1.
Okay.
I like that.
And just like how it's not until it's not Snoke, it's Snoke.
Yeah.
Very true.
That's a good
from
point,
Mando.
too.
Like that's just how I look at it. Like
That's a
until
great
you prove me
point.
otherwise, there's no other reference for it.
Yeah.
So
Not yet.
you're just asking me to accept that this exists. I thought that BD1 was like a custom droid to,
Cordova.
Cordova.
and I have never heard or seen, like, even with other droids, there's like a reference. Like C-3PO there's other protocol droids.
Yeah.
Sure.
Even in the original trilogy.
Right. Even with
There's
R2 and
never
stuff.
been another BD droid.
That's right. He was introduced in Fallen Order, and it was Eno Cordova's. He was lost on Zepho.
Yep.
And that's where Cal found him. And
So-
and I noticed this, and we're kind of jumping around here before we get into
Was
it.
it Zepho or Bogano?
Pagano.
It
He's
was
right.
it was Pagano.
That
You're
was
right. You're
Pagano.
right. My bad. My
You're
bad.
good. You're good. You know
You
the
know,
game better than
I know.
I just got lucky.
Eno Cordova was obsessed with the Zepho.
Yeah.
But this never
For
happened
a valid reason.
during. Yes.
Yeah.
This never happened during the show, like the live action stuff. But during the concept art, BD was hanging on the shoulder of the Tatooine mechanic. What's her name again? God,
Peleamato.
Peleamato. Yeah. So I'm like, I did Leo point. I said, okay, that
looks like BD.
that might be BD on the shoulder,
Ah.
because BD hangs out with Cal on his shoulder all the time.
Right.
So I don't know if
Droids do
that's
have different personalities. So like,
But even like when he got hurt, he limped. That
yes,
same like
he limped the
yeah,
same.
bent arm.
There was so much
Like,
shit that
I
was
know.
like,
yeah,
I
and
know.
with the
his
flashlight
squeak
while
sounded.
Mando was
all
looking
his
at the NS1. There was a lot
all
of
that
shit like
stuff.
that where I'm
And
like,
he-
that's
and
very
he-
reminiscent
he
of what
helped
we've
him
seen
sounded
build
in
it.
and
Order.
acted like BD. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I hope it's him, but
As long as it makes sense.
he's
as
an
long
old
as it's just
droid.
like, this droid, he's here now. I'm
he's
like,
an old ass droid. But
Yeah.
being with Eno Cordova,
Yeah.
who knows how long he was with
He's
him.
older than R2.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have been very vocal on the show. You know this about how I think Bryce Dallas Howard
We all
really
agreed.
fucked up
Yeah.
that first episode
But
she hosted. Or
Star
directed
Wars
Mando.
is about-
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
Star Wars is about redemption, though. So she redeemed herself.
What do you think I'm going to say? I'll be honest with you.
Were you gonna disagree with that? She should do a trilogy.
People have been saying give her a movie.
That's what I saw.
Yeah.
When I said it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. You shouldn't give someone
No.
a trilogy based on one episode. She's done 3 episodes.
And-
One of them were good.
Yeah.
No, I like the eras because it gave us Bo-Katan. It gave it the Ahsoka Tano drop.
That
You
one
know,
was better.
No, that wasn't
Sanctuary
her.
was
She-
terrible.
She did the one with the frog lady. Yeah.
No, she did the Harris.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's done. Okay.
Mhm.
That changes my opinion a little bit because I
Yeah.
thought she was one that did
I don't
the
want her
frog
to get a
lady.
trilogy, but a movie.
But
I'm
again,
not gonna be mad.
again, I
I'm
will.
not mad, but whatever.
I will
Like,
give her episode in the first one in season
Sanctuary?
4. Sanctuary
Was
gave us
awful.
Cara Dune.
Yeah, but
I know she was going to be introduced eventually, but it's
Yeah.
like that's just memorable. We get
sure,
Cara
but
Dune.
that
Yeah.
episode is so bad.
it's pretty bad.
To me, it brings everything that they built up until that 4th
it like
episode.
almost
to a
changes
screeching
Mando's
halt.
character.
Yeah,
Where
he's
Yeah,
like,
because he was about to
I will
leave
never
Grogu.
leave the
yeah.
child. And he's
Yeah.
like, all right, I'll leave you on the ship for a
Yeah.
little bit.
I'll never take my mask off. I'll take my mask off.
Like,
Like-
it just
It
changed.
felt
and
out of nowhere.
that might. Here's the thing, though, too. It's written by somebody. It's written by Jon Favreau, so it might not
Right.
necessarily be her fault.
The writer, maybe.
And I've been very harsh on her for being a terrible director. But here's the thing. We all grow and we all get better at what we do.
Mhm.
If you go back
Yeah.
and listen to the very first episode I ever did of this podcast, I'm sure it's not good. It's not what it is now. For sure not. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way. There's no way. If it is, I should stop doing podcasting because I'm not better
It's
at it than
definitely
I
not,
was
though.
from the beginning.
An-
I'm sure it's better.
An
Like,
episode,
it has,
an episode
if
we
it's
did
not,
like
I'd be
2 months
very
ago
sad.
is nowhere near this even. Like,
So she can grow and get better as a director.
Mhm.
she has.
Her dad's Ron Howard. I mean,
Yeah.
she's going to have some guidance there.
Of course.
But I don't think that warrants a trilogy because I
No.
think you need a track record of, like, for example, Rian Johnson.
Yep.
Rian Johnson was independent of Star Wars, doing his own brand, making his own thing, making his own style, and then they gave him a movie.
Yeah.
I still think if they wanted to really go like mic drop, you do the best TV episode you can possibly do, directed by Rian Johnson.
Yeah. Do you
Don't
know
tell
how many
anybody.
people
Just
would?
don't tell
say
anybody.
anything.
Do you know how many people would
Just
puke?
be like, this is
after-
Filoni's
They'd be like,
episode.
"Those
or-
the-
Ah,
oh fuck! It was Rian Johnson.
I
Yeah.
would laugh
I would
so
laugh my ass off.
hard.
That'd be great.
That would, to me, if I'm those guys at Star Wars, that's my game plan is to redeem that guy because he's already got a trilogy planned that is separate from the Star Wars trilogy,
Right.
or the Skywalker saga,
whatever
you want to call it.
Yeah,
it's separate from that, and it's already been like you've already paid him for it, so you may as well do the movie.
Yep,
because he's spent years developing this thing. Which it's not free. You're paying him to do that, so. That's kind of how I'm looking at this, but this episode was absolutely fantastic. I was shocked.
Yeah.
At the end of the episode when I saw it was
How many
Bryce
times
Dallas
have you guys
Howard.
watched it?
Once.
3?
Only
okay,
once
I
for me
watched
so
it
far.
10 a.m. the day it came out, and then 10 p.m. Then the same day. Like, I got home from work. I'm like, I got to watch that again. It was so good.
I
3
watched
times.
it
Nice.
the day it came out.
Yeah.
I watched it today, and then I watched it after work. Then I watched it with my kids once they got here.
Nice. Man.
And
I just couldn't wait. I had to watch it again. I was like,
it's
I gotta
so
see this again.
goddamn
How'd your
good.
kids like that opening scene?
dang, that was dark.
I shielded my daughter's eyes.
Dang.
Okay.
It's a little
Are
aggressive.
we doing what
It
we
is a
normally
little
do?
bit, yeah.
Watching it here? Because it's 50 minutes long. I don't know if we're going to.
I can bring it up. You want to do
Yeah,
that? You want
yeah.
you want to just walk through it? Or do you want? I've seen enough times now where I know.
I
like,
think we can walk
can do
through it
that.
easily.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I think we
I
can
have
walk
notes
through
that go scene by scenes. I mean,
Let's go with your notes.
opening line, we get, well, not opening line, but Mando walks in, all badass. He looks down the room.
like a Saw movie.
Yeah,
Oh, that was
in a
cool.
freaking
Walking
butcher
behind
shop.
the plastic
In a butcher
and just
shop,
you think it might be Boba. I mean, I knew who
The
it was
silhouette,
immediately. I knew who it was because of the
They
spear.
talked about it in the gallery. They're like, Star Wars is about silhouettes, and they literally give us a silhouette to show us, hey, it's Mando.
Was I the only one that forgot about the spear?
No, I kept forgetting about the Darksaber somehow. I'm like, oh,
I
yeah,
did too.
he does
when
have
he brought
that.
it out,
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, oh shit, I forgot about the Darksaber.
Exactly. I keep forgetting.
It's almost like
I
the
told
Boba,
you it was coming.
It's almost like the Boba Fett back and forth. You
Yeah.
kind of forget the time frame.
Yeah.
And I think that
And it
might have
happened
been
in the
on
last
purpose.
No,
20
no, it
minutes.
was because
I think it was on purpose because when
Yeah.
you see him, you're like, wait,
yeah, as soon as he ignited it,
and you're
I'm like, okay,
oh shit, okay,
we're
this is
after-
where we're at.
yeah,
This is
we're
where
in
at.
current time. Yeah.
Yep.
Which in a way is so brilliant that if that was their misdirection to like what time frame is this? Because if he doesn't do it at first,
Yeah.
and unless you know that he has a sphere, I keep saying sphere, the spear.
Yeah.
Which he got
Spears
from
from
the
Ahsoka.
magistrate
Yeah.
that
Well,
Ahsoka
Ahsoka took it
defeated.
from her, yeah. Yeah,
that
you're right.
Ahsoka defeated.
Yeah.
Unless you just like, I didn't remember that off the jump because it's like I haven't watched it in like a year and
But-
a half or two or whatever the fuck it's been.
Yeah.
But like, if you didn't see that, you would just kind of be like, okay, it's Mando, and
Yeah,
you just kind of go like, it's Mando
and he's hunting-
without Grogu. So
And
it's like
he's
when
hunting
is this?
bounties. So you're like,
Yes.
oh, it's just he used to be a bounty hunter.
Correct.
So,
So
he's
it's
still
like,
hunting
and
bounties.
then he pulls it out, and you're like, okay, so we're caught up to
so
to real
Grogu's
time
gone,
now.
but he's bounty hunting again. Okay, yeah.
Which
And
is what
it's-
we
got
all
choked
expected him
up
to
so
go back
bad.
and doing.
Yeah, of course. But
Say
like,
it again.
Which is what we all expected him to do.
Yeah,
To
absolutely.
go back to
Yeah,
bounty
because-
hunting
yeah.
because he's filling a void.
yeah.
Grogu's
So
not there.
he's in this awesome like butcher shop or whatever. That's like part mafia movie, part Saw movie.
Oh,
Because like the
100%.
dudes around in the I forget the alien species, but they're like surrounding a
too.
table, and
Look like
the head
dogs.
guy,
So-
the head boss, is like, "That's not me. I'll tell you if I see that guy. That's not me." And
I wanna-
Mando's like, "It's you."
I want to make a comment about this scene. So remember how Mandalorian, especially season 1 and 2, is very much followed, especially season 1, like a Western,
Yeah.
right? They did a very good job with Mando with this scene of basically introducing him into the crime lord type of show that Book of Boba Fett is.
Right. He's
So it's
hunting
like
down this mafia
Yeah,
guy.
and he
Yeah.
murked everybody.
Yep.
Except for the people that he saved.
I love
peaceful,
that.
too.
I love that.
He was like,
To those guys, he's like, "There's money in there.
there's
Yeah.
money in there.
It's not mine."
Split it up.
Go nuts.
It's not mine.
It's credits I'm not owed.
But I love his game plan too. He hurt himself in that leg. He's like, I
Dude,
can't.
he got fucked
He knew
up.
in his head he couldn't fight all these dudes, but he was hiding his wound. He's like, "You guys should go get that money. Go get that money. You'll be fine."
He goes from former
From your former employer, because I'm holding his head
He's
right
holding
here.
his head in a bag.
But like that was smart
my
of him.
favorite line of the show is, "You might want to put that on ice."
Yeah.
That was great.
That's my favorite line of the
so
whole
many,
episode.
so many good one-liners in
He's
this. But
so
we get
gangster.
they bring back the line of, "I can bring you in warm,
I
or I can bring you in cold."
And he shows his. And the thing he flexed was his gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He flexed his blaster. He didn't
Yeah.
flex the Darksaber. He wasn't.
No.
Not at first.
Dude, when
You
he
don't want to
cuts
play your
that guy
cards
in
though.
half,
The
That
table
was
he sliced
awesome.
through the whole table and the whole body in half.
the Darksaber, man, holy
There's
shit!
there's some weight, literal weight and mental weight to that Darksaber. I think
It's more
They
mental
brings
than
out-
They
physical.
touch
Yeah.
on it. They
They
touch
did.
on it. In
the armor
episode,
talks
and
about it. You're fighting the blade. It gets heavier with each swing.
Let's
like-
talk. We'll talk about the armor in a second.
We'll get there.
I want
We'll
an
get there.
Armorer Black Series helmet.
Oh,
Immediately.
oh yeah, oh yeah, and a Paz Vizsla.
Immediately.
I want a John Favreau helmet.
Yeah.
I do too. I do too. But I want that armor first.
Yeah.
That
Speaking
motherfucker
of,
is iconic.
I'm so happy that Paz Vizsla finally approached Mando
Yeah.
about it because
it's
like
good to
that
have that
belongs to
tension
my
building.
family.
That tension's been building for
It's like
2
it was
seasons
created
now.
by my
You know what was
ancestors.
nuts? Let's get to there, and then
Well,
we'll talk.
yeah,
we'll,
we'll get
we'll talk about it.
They're called the Plutonians. I wrote that down.
Plutonians,
Yeah, so they look like dogs, basically, is what you said. Very interesting looking.
They look like the
Like
Cleveland
bulldogs.
Browns
Bulldogs.
mascot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like a bull mastiff or
The,
something.
what do they call it? Like the dog pound or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they look like. But I didn't even notice the first time I watched it how when he's cutting them down, the Darksaber is getting like heavier and harder for him to
Yeah.
wield. That's why he cuts his leg.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why
the
he injured
second
himself.
time I watched it, I was like, oh, he is getting like struggling to fight with this thing as the fight goes on.
Mm-hmm.
So like that was cool to see that detail the second time around. And that's why he cut his leg, and then he's like, I can't fight the rest of this mafia, so I'm going to give them this money and play it off like that's all part of the plan.
God, what if Luke trains him how to wield the Darksaber when he goes to see Grogu?
I thought about that.
That'd be amazing. I didn't think about that.
I thought about that, and I was like, let's temper expectations.
Yes.
It could
A
happen.
little
It
bit.
could. I'm not expecting it, but it could. That'd be awesome.
Okay, can we address how upsetting it is that the best episode of Book of Boba Fett
Is
doesn't
really
show Boba Fett
it's
at
really
all?
Mando season 2.5
It is. It's Mando season 2.5.
or season 3 trailer.
I'd messaged you one of you that. I
Oh,
was
it's
like, it's Mando season 2.5.
Season 3, episode 1.
Yeah, or season 3 trailer, just an extended trailer. But
So goddamn.
so
good.
he's carrying around this Plutonian's head in this bag, and he goes to this like space ring looking thing.
It's a
It's
rip
Halo.
off of Halo.
and at
Yeah.
first, we all go, so Halo
It's
now?
Halo. Halo's
And-
canon.
But I liked it. The more it went on, I was like, it's fine. I'm here. Whatever.
It fits in.
Yeah.
It doesn't stand
I
out.
got
Like,
Halo
it's just something you've
vibes,
seen before. It's
and
fine.
also,
Right.
it reminded me of Treasure Planet. How they go to that spaceport that's a moon shape.
Absolutely.
I was like, oh, Treasure Planet.
I think Halo ripped off Treasure Planet, to be honest with you, because it does look like Treasure Planet.
Yeah.
Most likely, yeah.
I love that movie. Underrated.
Yeah, I love Treasure
Oh,
Planet.
it's one of my top 10. It's fantastic.
And that's when we get
You
the
ever seen
scene.
Treasure Planet?
Probably not, no.
Do you know why it
Ooh.
failed at the box office?
Why?
Because it went up against the first Harry Potter movie.
Whoops.
I did not know that.
I
That
didn't know that
explains
either.
it.
Yeah.
Yep, that's why. That's
I'm
why
going
it
to go
failed.
out on a limb here
That's
and
the only
say
reason. Joseph Gordon-Levitt hosts.
he's
I
the
keep saying
voice
host.
of
Is the
Jim.
voice of Jim.
Oh, cool.
It's
young Joseph-
Treasure Island, but
Right.
space.
Yeah, yeah.
It's dude. It's on. You gotta watch it. It's
The dude that
so
plays
good.
frickin' John Silver is amazing too.
So good.
Yeah. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's better than the Harry Potter movie. But
I would agree.
That's just me.
Because I would agree, mostly because I'm ignorant to most Harry Potter stuff. And
Me
also
too, but
it's a-
the story
it's
of
a twist
Treasure
on a
Island.
classic. It's a
Yeah,
twist on
Treasure
a
Island
classic
is a
story.
top 10 story
yeah,
all
it's
time.
top
like,
10 all time.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
That movie's amazing.
Yeah.
And
it
the
had
Goo Goo Dolls
frickin',
name? Yes.
It had
John
Martin
Resnick.
Short in it too. He was
He
Ben.
was. I met Ben in Tomorrowland.
What?
I've got a picture of me and Ben as a kid from Tomorrowland.
I would love to meet
I
Ben.
will find it and I'll send it to you.
Oh, you've
Picture
met all
of
the
me
characters
and-
I want. Darkwing, Ben, like, oh.
I have a picture of me and Ben in Tomorrowland. I saw it last time I was at my parents' house. And I didn't take a picture of it. I
If that
should've.
movie would have done well, we would have got like a Treasure Planet mini land.
Mhm.
Because they tried a little bit in France with Discovery Land, but whole side tangent. I love that
Boba
movie.
Fett, where?
Yeah. Back
Not
to
in this episode.
Star Wars where? No, but
This is appropriate for Boba Fett because we're not talking about him.
right. So they go up to that club and they have the big group of like mafia crime lord
Yeah,
whatever at this club.
Which reminds me of the captain's table.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The one
Halcyon?
that hired Din
yeah,
for the
yeah,
job.
they put the bounty on this Plutonian. Yep. So he's like, "Here's your bounty." And what was the information he was trying to get?
He
kept
was trying to
asking.
find the secret entrance to where Death Watch is.
Okay, I couldn't put that together.
I couldn't put it together either. I've watched
Yeah, I
it
thought
3
that was
times
a
and I
little-
was still like, he was like, where are they? And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Who's they?
No. He asked for like, where's the entrance to like some heating vent or something like
Yeah.
that. And
Exhaust port or something maybe.
remember when he put his like infrared
Yes,
on? He
and
followed
it's all
the
the
signs.
signs,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like, why not just do that? Why do you have to ask?
He didn't know how to get there.
Okay, that's true
Yeah.
because they tell them where to start. Yeah. Okay. You're
Exactly.
Right, you're
They
right.
don't know where Death Watch is. They just know where that area is.
Right.
And Din found Death Watch.
Okay. Nice.
So he's with Death Watch.
Yeah. So he goes down and
This is some big stuff
it's
right here.
just
yeah.
the armor and
Oh, yeah.
just Paz Vizsla, but this is big for Mando season 3.
I
for
remember
sure.
watching this and being like, has 30 minutes passed? And it was like 5
know.
minutes into the
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
You're
In a
like,
good
wait,
way
what?
though, not
Yeah,
like
no.
not like it was
No, like,
dragging
there's
on. It
been
was just
so
like
much
we're
stuff
moving
that
so
happened.
fast.
You're like, is
Yeah.
this an hour?
Because
Or
we
10
learn
minutes?
about the history of the Darksaber. The armor makes it clear as day. What we already knew, that who
Right.
has the Darksaber
Oh,
rules
mm.
Mandalore.
We'll get to it. Yeah.
And then
We get, like, I just wrote down exposition, but, like, in a good way. I think this all worked. And we get the problem of Bo-Katan just getting the Darksaber. How that's, like, a curse and plague
I'm
upon
so
Mandalore.
happy they mentioned Sabine Wren just handing it
Yeah,
over to her.
'cause that was
I'm
what we
so
all said
happy that
after
they
Mando.
addressed
We're
that,
like,
yeah.
But she did just take it. So just take it from him. But no,
Mhm.
that's a curse and a plague.
Right,
You can't
right.
just take it. You have to win in a combat. and then that explains what happened to Mandalore.
Thank
and
you,
we
yeah.
see this freaking Terminator flashback
Of the K2 droids.
of
Yep.
the K2 droids blowing up. I wrote down.
Was
the
anyone
capital
else
city's
watching
name.
that going like, holy shit?
It was
That
cool.
Goosebumps. Seeing like
Oh.
a fleet of TIE
So
bombers.
this answers what happens to
Like-
Mandalore.
Yes.
Yes.
It is
TIE
glass.
bombers.
TIE
Are
bombers.
the only time we've ever seen them in canon
Mm-hmm.
Empire.
is Empire Strikes Back.
When they're bombing the
bombing
asteroids.
the asteroid field.
And so we know they didn't
Other than,
like
video games and shit.
they didn't Death Star Mandalore.
No.
So because I thought because remember when Boba
Turned to glass.
said turn to glass, so I'm like shit, did they
There
blow it
is-
up?
There is some of the planet left. It's just a wasteland.
Right. And we're definitely gonna go back because
And
at the end of this scene
Din
we
has to go back.
Din has to go back.
They
Yeah.
said that Gideon killed millions in the Night of 1,000 Tears. So millions.
Also, 1,000 Tears? That sounds like a good name. Night of 1,000. But you're telling me 500 people?
Out of
Cried
those
2
millions
tears?
cried. Well, maybe that's how many people survived. Because the
I
dead,
would
the
be
dead can't cry.
Dude, if Earth got incinerated like that, I don't think 500 people would be left and only cry 2 tears each.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Whatever.
I get it.
The name is really good. Like Night of 1,000 Tears. That sounds like a fucking like Shakespeare, Charles Dickens thing.
Yeah.
But that seems a little low.
There's the name of the capital city. They show the city of Sundari blow up, which is from the ending of
Clone Wars
season
yeah.
7.
Mm-hmm.
It's in all of Clone Wars, but that's what it's like.
It's
Most
so
recently
iconic
been-
because that was a Siege of
the big
Mandalore
dome
battle,
thing.
yeah,
Dome thing,
between
yeah.
Death Watch
Sundari.
and
Which is
the city
amazing
itself
to see
gets
in live action.
obliterated. Kinda. We kinda saw it.
You saw it. It
Yeah.
just got incinerated.
Yeah, but those K2s are freaking Terminators, man.
Yeah, they were definitely.
And then they
that
show
was
the wider
definitely-
shot with probe droids floating above
Oh,
it.
that
It looked like Judgment Day.
yeah,
I was like,
100%.
Dang, but it was goosebumps. That was
Terminator
beautiful.
2 Judgment Day is one of my top 10 movies of all
It's
time.
good. It's
And
one
it
of the
felt
best
like
movie
that
sequels.
Flashback.
it is a
yeah.
great
It's-
sequel.
I
yeah.
think it's the best movie sequel of all time.
Empire. It's like
I
up
think it's
there.
Better than Dark Knight?
Better than Empire.
Dark Knight's hard.
Dark Knight's better
because that's the
Batman
best movie
Begins
of
is
that
not
trilogy.
The best Batman
yeah,
movie.
yeah, that's
So
hard.
yeah, Dark Knight and then Terminator, then Empire.
Last Jedi. Ooh,
Is that a sequel though?
Last Jedi,
Technically,
absolutely.
yeah.
Well,
It's not a sequel. It's a part of a franchise.
It's
so
hard
part of
when
a
you get
9-film.
It's
yeah.
an 8th movie of a 9th. Of a
yeah,
franchise.
that's harder when you get all there.
It's not a sequel.
Attack of the
necessarily.
Clones. Come on, man.
I will not respond to that in any dignified way.
okay.
Dooku.
So we get the armor saying that Beskar should be for armor and not for that spear, not for weapons.
Right.
But I'm like,
Which I loved.
so the Darksaber is okay though, but not
But
Right.
that's
the saber, the
but
spear.
that's
Like,
for protection.
Could be a loophole. I mean,
it could be,
but-
but,
Didn't
they're
but
it
it
also,
was-
like it's
it was
made of a
forged-
different type of Beskar?
He
Could
did
be.
say it's from a different type of Beskar
yeah, and it
than
was
he's ever seen.
forged by a Mandalorian who was a Jedi too. So
the only
it's,
Mando
Which is
Jedi
that
ever.
the first canon mentioned? Like we've all
Yeah.
assumed that.
No.
That's the first canon mentioned.
No.
that
No,
was-
it was
No,
in the
it
Clone
wasn't.
Wars and,
Yeah.
and Rebels.
yeah.
The story of Tar Vizsla's been
yeah.
told.
Tar Vizsla's been told.
He's been around for a while.
quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a Jedi.
Yes.
The only Mando Jedi.
The only
ever.
Mandalorian. He left the Creed to be a Jedi.
That's- Okay.
And then the Jedi stole the Darksaber from
That's why
him.
I'm
Yep.
so glad we do
And
this
he
show.
he
because
hates the Jedi.
once you guys are saying this shit, I'm like, yep,
Yeah.
that clicks in.
Yeah. You've seen it.
So much
You-
shit I can't
Exactly.
keep up
It's
with.
so hard to keep it all.
I have a life, so I can't like
I don't.
remember all this shit.
So they're gonna melt down the Beskar spear, and they ask him, "What are we gonna do with this Beskar?" He's
Make
like, "Make it for a foundling."
foundling.
And they're like, "You don't got a foundling."
Yeah.
He's like, "Make it for Grogu."
I know one. So for a
Hmm.
hot minute, I thought they were melting this down, and Din was going to make him a hilt.
That would be crazy. But
I thought so too.
Yeah.
we didn't see what it is, so
Oh,
not
it's
a
a
hilt.
it's like a chain. It's like a necklace.
you
Yeah,
think it's
th-
gonna
I
be
think it's
the
going to be the same.
Mythosaur?
Yeah, it's going to be
Mythosaur
Mythosaur.
again?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a chain of armor. That's my thought. It's like
Like
Armor.
chainmail, or
it's gonna be like knight chain.
yeah, chainmail. Yeah,
Is that what it's called?
yeah,
Chain. Yeah.
yeah.
That.
Okay, I don't know what it's gonna be. I think it'll be like a Mythosaur.
And then she put it in the thing. And
That's
it's
what I
like,
think.
It looks like Grogu's little ears sticking
Yeah.
out.
I like
Oh.
how she just tied it and it looked like his head, like with that.
How long before that becomes the Docs on Darcy?
Oh,
and if it
no,
does,
it's on
I'm
Etsy
gonna
already,
buy
probably.
Oh, absolutely.
Give it
I
2
love it.
years for
I love
docs
it.
because that's how they are. It'll be on
I love
Etsy
it.
in like 2 days.
The
but-
design of the cloth is just. I know that's really stupid to pick out, but like, I looked at that today and I was like, that is such a cool design. Like,
Yeah.
where do they find that?
I don't know.
I loved it. I know. Again, I know that's really insane. Go back and look at it
Mm-hmm.
when he's holding it on like the transport ship. It just
Mhm.
looks really cute. And I think that they showed that Rodian
Oh, the
looking
kid,
at him
the little
Yes.
kid.
because it's a green kid, and I think that's why he was kind of like neutral
Okay.
to it.
I
And
get
he-
it.
And
Yeah.
there's a point I noticed this today where he kind of like looks down a little bit, and he's like, "Fuck."
Mm.
You can see it.
That's
you can
Greedo's
see
son too. He's an orphan now, so.
No,
No, it's not. It's not.
I don't think
What
it's
if it was?
Greedo doesn't have a kid.
But like, watch that scene again. He kind of like the kid
Yeah.
turns around, looks at him, and he looks at him, and he's like, and then like when the kid turns around, he kind of goes like, looks down and like, fuck.
And he sees
what I
that same
do.
kid later in the show. Well,
oh yeah,
back
and he
around to it,
finally
yeah.
acknowledges him. Yeah,
yeah,
tilts his
that
head
was
to him.
cool. So they get all this exposition about the dark saber, and Paz Vizsla's like, that's my clan, House Vizsla. That's really our saber. He's like, I challenge you to the duel, and Din accepts the duel.
The armor goes, do you accept the
Right?
challenge?
Yeah. So he doesn't have to, I guess.
And
But
he's injured.
yeah, he's got a
he-
little
Yeah,
bit
he
of
was
back
just
he
was just patched up a
spray
little
on his
bit. Yeah,
leg, but he's still a little injured.
first aid spray from Resident Evil.
Yeah.
From the
So-
guy that's about to fuck him up.
They both take off their jetpacks, their
Yes.
phoenixes or whatever you call
Which
them.
is dangerous as hell because
they're on
remember when
that
he was
ledge.
training, he
Yeah.
got knocked off. The
Yeah, and and it's like, well, he's okay, but
All right, but it was funny. It was just
Yeah.
funny. To, whoa.
it's like, oh, another Star Wars ledge, no railings.
Yeah, right? What the fuck? But at least this one makes sense because they're
Yeah.
on a ring, so
Yeah,
it's
it was a
yeah.
little bit of like Cloud City, but in space too.
A little
I like
bit,
that.
No. Here's what it reminded me of: the scene in Rogue One where Vader's fucking those dudes up on like the. Remember the very last scene where
Yeah,
the,
with
Yeah.
the Tantive
ship,
4 launches
the
out.
ship launches out. That's what it reminded me.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like
like
When
that
he's
too.
standing there, like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
So-
like, it's like now I just got to go 5 feet over here, and
Fuck,
Yeah.
A New
now
Hope
I
is going
gotta
to start.
Get in my ship and follow him.
Yeah, just for an extra 20 seconds, but
I want that Vader helmet. I'm gonna,
that's
I'm,
a good
you know
price.
what?
It's
I'm
a
gonna
good
buy
price.
it. I'm gonna buy it tomorrow.
Jeez.
All right, then.
It's gonna go right here.
There you go.
Boys.
Fuck you, Grogu.
Oh.
Dang.
It's going there.
How dare you, little guy.
I'm replacing.
So they
Grogu
duel.
with Vader.
They
He's
take
got
their
1,000
jetpack.
tears coming out now because you said that.
Yeah.
The Night of 1,000 Tears in the garage.
Yep.
So Paz and Mando are
They're
dueling
duking it out.
for the lightsaber.
Who's
for
going to
the-
win that fight?
The
Because it kind of
lightsaber,
just.
the dark saber.
Well, yeah.
Also, light and dark. I never thought about that. It's dark saber.
Yeah,
you know,
because it's the absence of light because it's black.
Mhm.
which is why I'm annoyed that that one's mostly white. But anyway,
One of the many faults of it.
the Hasbro one wasn't better.
No. It's just a hard thing to translate. Like, you
You
can't
can't
really.
make black light. That,
No.
that's the
Yeah.
that's, light isn't black. That's the point
I
of
think the
light.
dark
absence of light.
saber's. I think the dark saber's fine. I
I do
almost,
too.
I
I do
almost
too.
brought it with me tonight because of its.
I
Yeah.
was almost brought to. I was gonna bring it to the lightsaber meetup, and then I was like, I can't because I have that one, and I want to like.
You want to clink
I
them
wanna put 'em
together
together.
and go cut off some people's heads.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fuck people with a.
Who needs
9-foot
lightning
lightsaber.
lane? Who needs lightning lane? Just take out the people in line.
Yeah. Excuse me. Ding.
That's what Maul would do.
Yeah, he would.
Who's going to win this fight, though, between Paz and Din?
I mean, I thought Paz was
All
going
things
to take
equal.
it.
It was
I
looking
think
like
Paz
Paz was
would
going to
win.
win.
Yeah. I mean, he was healthier.
Yeah.
Din just got done murking some Cleveland Brown mascots up.
Yep.
So he's hurt. But Din got the better of him. He's
Yeah.
a little bit of a better stealthy dueler. I
He
mean,
stabbed him in like
Yeah.
the leg. I feel like he like ripped his ACL and like
Probably, yeah.
fucked
Yeah.
a few like things up. Did you guys notice the Vibro Blade?
Yeah, how it was like.
Oh, yeah,
really-
Where
yeah,
is
yeah.
that from in canon?
There's Dryden's is kind of like that in Solo, but his has a little
Sort
more
of.
light to it.
yeah,
Is that a new thing?
I think it's newer.
N-
I don't remember.
I don't
it.
think it's been in any of the TV shows or movies, but I'm pretty sure it's like a book somewhere because it's been in like reference books and stuff.
A Vibro.
Dryden's is called a Vibro Blade, but his is slightly different. But I think that's the closest we've got in live action.
Yeah, his curves.
Yeah, and it
Women
has a little
don't
bit
like
of
that.
heat to it, a little bit of light and heat to it. Yeah, but
Okay, you finally got it.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
I know I was taking a while. I was trying to extend your joke. I was trying to.
Extend.
Yep.
Ah,
There you
penises.
go.
So
Man.
Din wins. It's a rather short battle.
Yeah.
Rather short, but Din wins. And
Then the armor's like enough.
yeah,
Like
but
for somehow
But
she.
why
the
she
armor
wants
went right away and
to- Why
asked
does
that
she want to
question.
ask
But
if
why?
they've taken their helmets off?
But why?
It's a Creed thing.
And they're extremists.
so
they're-
can you,
they're-
okay. So here's the thing. Did she get the hunch that like, oh, he took his helmet off?
No, she asked that in season 1 of Mando when he meets her like below in the sewers.
And he said no at that
Yeah.
point.
yes. Well,
But
of
Why does
course.
she stop? Why does she stop the fight and go? Have you ever taken your helmet off?
It might be to just tell. I don't know. This is just me speculating, but maybe it's her way of telling Paz, like, look, he just won the fight, and also I'm going to make sure you both have never taken your helmets off, so we're all on even ground here. Like, there should be no jealousy.
It's like a truth
Like a
telling
truce, you
thing.
would.
It's
Yeah.
like I'm telling the truth. I'm committed.
Like, he's a
Because
rightful
he didn't
owner
lie.
of the Darksaber.
Yeah, he didn't lie.
Yeah.
Paz said he never took his helmet off, and then Din didn't lie. He didn't say no.
Yeah. But then we get this whole secondary part of this lore where it's like, all right, if you have done it, there's only way to make up for it. You got to go to the mines. Is that what they said? The mines on Mandalore?
The mines underneath Mandalore, it's like mineral.
Water or something.
Yeah.
The mines of
And
mineral
like,
springs, yeah.
He's like, but they're gone. And she's like, no, they're still there. Like, just under all the dead bodies.
Yep.
But why was he able to leave with the Darksaber? That's what I don't get.
Because he won.
It's still his, yeah.
but
he didn't lose it
But if
in
he's
battle.
not a Mandalorian, then like, what's the like?
Someone's got to take it from him.
Yeah, someone's still got to take it from him.
Darth Maul
Moff Gideon
had
wasn't.
it. Gideon had it.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But someone's got to
That's
take
true.
it from you.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I just was like watching him fight Paz, and I was like, it kind of ended in a weird like
It did a little bit.
stalemate where it's like I could have really fucked you up, but I chose not to because he didn't want to kill Paz.
No.
That was not his intention.
But I think if it ended in favor of Paz was going to kill him.
Probably.
No question.
Oh yeah,
And Death Watch would have been 2.
Yeah.
I want that Death Watch helmet.
That'd be cool.
That GameStop one.
Yeah.
Oof, that shit is lit. Anyway,
So that's when he goes back up to the surface to get on a
Star Tour ship.
Starliner, not a Star Cruiser, Starliner. They call it a Starliner, and we get my favorite. Not really, but one of my favorite parts of the episode. We get an RX droid
saying,
and-
"Hey, check your weapons." And
Yeah.
he goes, "I'm a Mandalorian weapons."
And
Weapons are my religion,
And I
dipshit.
said, and I was like, "Are they gonna make us do this on the Star Cruiser with lightsabers? Put them all in a bag and be like, all right, here's my
I
sabers."
wouldn't be mad at that. If
That'd
they're
be so cool.
Check your dude. That would be so fucking.
That would be
dope.
awesome.
Check your shit.
That's
And
what it
you're
made me feel like. I'm like,
okay.
is this us boarding the Halcyon? Are you
know.
preparing us for this?
Dude, I felt
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
I got a little nervous when he put him away. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and
I
he even
was
says,
when
he's
they
like,
showed the
he's like,
Darksaber, I was like, that's gonna get taken.
yeah, he even goes, I know
I know
how
everything
many
that's in there.
Yeah, I know everything that's in there. And the droid's like, here's your ticket. Like, that was
He has
cool.
like a card that's like a hotel room key. And he
Yeah.
puts in there, and it's like, okay, it's your lock.
Yeah.
And you heard that they were departing to Tatooine.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's like at first I'm like, he's conveniently going to
Why?
Tatooine.
Yeah, why is he going to Tatooine?
But then it made
He's got to
sense.
communicate from Pelimado later.
She has is it Pelimata?
Pelimata. Yeah.
She has a replacement
For the Razor Crest. Replacement for the Razor Crest. That's
And-
pretty technical wording there.
We already talked about the scene with Greedo's kid
Right.
already
Also-
in the significance because that happened in between him obviously traveling to Tatooine.
Yeah. And this also is the same type of Starliner and ship that brought the Pikes earlier in the season.
It was, yes.
So the Pikes are using this mode of public transportation
Yep.
that everyone is
They're
using.
using the subway.
Basically,
Wars
it's just
subway.
a bus, Star Wars bus.
Star Wars U-Haul.
You all
Box truck.
box truck, hey. So they land on Tatooine. He goes to see old Pelly. Is Pelly growing on you?
Yeah, she is.
In Mando
She was
seasons,
so-
we were all like, "What
I
is
hate
this?"
her. I hated
But she's
her.
growing on me now.
She's on
Let's-
me 100%.
What's the first thing we see when we get to her?
The BD1.
Of course, I skipped. My bad.
Yeah, you did.
I had my moment with
Don't
RX.
worry.
Have your moment with BD.
Yeah, that's all right. So BD ran right in front. We all gasped. We all did the
We
Leo
did.
point.
I
Leo
was
point.
like,
Like,
woo!
Yep, that was
Yeah.
it. We all did.
Yo.
Yo. Yep.
I know it because that's
So,
my
but then right away he's taken by
A Womp Rat, right?
yeah no it was one of those dogs that hang out with the
Oh, the
Tusken
Tuskens,
Raiders,
I
yeah.
forget. From Attack of the Clones.
Yeah,
those
what are they
dogs.
called?
I forget what they're called.
but anyway
That explains why they could like take down a human.
Is it a nest?
I don't
They
know.
have like a nest of them in the. I forget. Fuck, who
that's
cares?
all right. So it grabs it and he's like, I'm like, oh great, we got BD1 for like one scene
And
and
they
then
eat
like,
him.
goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought it was destroyed and then Pelimana's running around. Her droid, her
She calls the R5 and the pit
Yeah.
droids.
It's
The pit
R5.
droids.
It's
Yes.
that one is the R5.
Yes,
R5
that one
D4.
is the R5.
It's
D4.
R5D4.
Yep.
Mhm.
And
The goat
she's all like,
of
she's all like,
droids, son.
you droids got.
Shows-
Whoa,
hey.
whoa.
Fuck BD1.
Whoa.
R5's the shit.
That's 2 strikes.
That is.
know
Seinfeld in this one.
What's the deal with R5?
And the third strike is he's saying he's better than RX.
Yeah, I know,
Come on.
right? Yeah.
Wait, are you pretending that R5's not a cooler droid than the RX droid?
Yeah.
R5 saved the
I'm
galaxy
serious.
by blowing up
It's
and having
canon,
gas.
bro. You cannot like it.
That's true, I guess.
Like, I don't like it.
I don't.
You
I don't
cannot
care
like
if that
it.
story's canon or not. But I'm just. I don't know.
He's the shit.
You
R5's
can't. You
the man.
can't go see R5.
So anyway,
Go see him.
Din jumped hard.
Hate to say
Din,
it.
you.
Din jumped high up on my list when he shot the creature and saved
Save BD.
potentially BD1.
Yeah. I love how Pelly was like telling all the droids to go take out this creature, and they wouldn't do it. And she's like, "What is this? A democracy now?"
I love
like,
the pit droids.
Yes.
Yes.
They're so they're so great because
they're hilarious.
It literally carries over from episode 1.
Yep.
Like
And Star Tours.
They're
They're
the
on
Star Tours.
too.
Yeah. They're the
same
same
shtick.
exact.
They're my favorite on Star Tours, especially when the one falls.
Yeah, into your cockpit. I didn't give you permission to come aboard.
Yeah. I love it. I love those.
Yeah.
The pit droids are the shit. I love pod racing, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to a
But
little bit of that in a minute.
that was such a cool, a little tie-in. I loved it.
So he shoots, saves BD. BD's limping, which he's done in Fallen Order. And
same exact
Cal,
same
yeah,
exact
way.
Cal fixes his leg for him.
Yeah.
So then, right away, Palimano, right? He's like, where the hell's Grogu? Where the hell's your little
She's like, what'd you do with the little guy?
Could have put him
He's
in a
like,
zoo.
I returned him to his kind.
Yes.
And she's like, I could have made a petting zoo, made a killing off this. That's pretty. I mean, like, we all would have been like, yeah, that would have been cute. I would have paid $50 to come hang out with Grogu for 5 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. The next upcharge on the Halcyon will be what I just said, but that's okay.
To take a picture with Grogu
Yeah.
in his little handcuffs because I'm First Order.
I would pay.
I would for the little
Yeah.
handcuffs.
We had a Star-Lord and Baby Groot meet with a robot Baby Groot. So like,
I met Baby Groot.
yeah, I never
He
met
was
them
awesome.
either.
So
You
did
have
I,
met all the ones
But
I want.
it was so disappointing because
Did he
the
not
Star
work?
Lord we had was like overweight. I just
Oh.
it did not
Like
look
Dad
like
Bod Thor,
Star-Lord
but
I had
Dad
was
Bod
I
Star-Lord.
did a double check like with the Daisy Ridley. I was like, is that fucking
Yeah.
they
Chris
had like
Pratt.
one or two that looked just like him.
the one that I
and then the rest
the
were like
random
not even
one
close.
day I went on like a Wednesday, it looked just like him.
Man. The
I
other
was
ones were
holy
like
shit.
dudes like me in a wig, and I'm like, nope. I never got to meet any of them, so I can't like really judge. But like most of them were not good from the pictures
The
I
one
saw.
that I saw was fantastic.
Man, we should have got a Din and a Baby Grogu meet, like Disney Plus Day. One of the many missed things that they didn't do.
It's gonna happen.
Look,
Don't stress that. There's no way they're not gonna make a Baby Grogu.
I don't know.
It's happening.
if Din survives all of this, he could end up on Batu.
Yeah, canon
Yeah.
in terms of canon, but he's gonna end up there one day,
Well, his
canon or
helmet's
not.
Here's the thing that concerns me. His helmet is in Doc-Ondar.
Doesn't concern me.
Oh, that's
Eventually,
right.
he's gonna give up this whole helmet thing because it's not that big
I
of a
don't
deal.
think the helmet's a big deal anymore.
It's not.
They're like they're already showing that like it's not a big deal, and I think I'm wondering if like he gets into a fight, it gets knocked off, and he just walks away without it
Yeah.
to protect Grogu. Like there's something. I don't think the helmet means he dies. I think there's
No.
something about the helmet that's.
It gets knocked off, and then Doc Ondar is running around like Dr. Robotnik in his little like pod thing, and he
The
steals it. He's like,
scooping things
I'm thinking about Force Collector.
Yeah.
There's shit in that book that like it could be.
yeah.
Man,
You know.
now I want to read that book again.
I know.
Man.
That book's fantastic. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
So
So we get this whole like,
yeah,
I'm here for that replacement of the Razor Crest you promised me, and she's like, I don't really have a Razor Crest. I have
It's
a
not a replacement
replacement
for
for it.
It's not it's not a new Razor.
It's a
Crest.
new ship, a
It's
different
a
ship.
replacement for.
I shouldn't say a
Hey,
new ship. It's a different ship.
I know you like ruined your Range Rover, but I have a Honda Civic.
yeah, right.
This
That's
is not
exactly.
a Honda
Well,
Civic.
no, this
This is a
ain't no Honda
Corvette.
Civic.
This is a
yeah.
Corvette,
I got
bro.
a Corvette for you.
This is better than the Razor
it's
Crest.
It is.
different
I
things.
never liked the Razor Crest. I never.
I
did.
like the Razor Crest,
No,
but this is a
never.
better ship.
This
Oh,
is way
man.
better. Way better.
Here's the thing: the Razor Crest fit a bounty hunter traveling.
Yes.
Perfect. And this does not fit bounty hunting.
Correct.
Where are you going to put
That's
the
why I'm
bounty?
going
We
like,
got
how
nowhere.
is he gonna like?
It's the whole problem with the Clone Wars when they send the Jedi and the one-seated fighters to
Yeah.
save people. I'm like,
what are you gonna do?
where
Like,
are they going to put the other 8 people?
Yeah.
Like what? So it's that same problem.
That's
but
my thing. It's like
he's not
they
going to be
go
a
from
bounty
a
hunter.
cargo ship
Yeah.
to a speeder.
Right.
Yeah.
And I thought when she first showed him like the engines, I was like, it's a pod racer.
I thought it was.
It was a little
I thought it
big
was
for
a
a
pod
pod
racer.
racer.
I thought it was
yeah.
It
generous.
looked like a pod racer the way they had the thing covered.
A little
I
bit.
thought it
yeah.
was.
the 2 engines.
It looked like
it's a
to
pod
me
racer.
at first. I thought it was General Grievous' ship, and I was like, "Oh, that'll be cool if it's General Grievous' ship."
You thought it was Grievous' ship?
Yeah, it has that same 2 engines on the front that are
independent
tubular.
engines of like a pod racer. I literally because it's on Tatooine.
Yeah, I don't know if you don't know his ship as well. Then it has the 2 engines out in the front.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But she's on Tatooine.
Right.
And she's like,
It makes
I have
more
a
sense to be a
replacement,
pod.
racer. And I was like,
But
it's a pod racer.
Pods aren't ships.
And then when she
so
pulls
couldn't
it off,
fly.
it was an NS1. I was like,
A Nubian, yes.
And one Starfighter. Yeah.
oh my
Yeah, we
God,
all-
which was on your list.
It was on my list.
of
Yeah.
vehicles.
It was one of my many honorable
Top 10 vehicles.
mentions. It was like it's so good.
It should have been on mine. I don't remember what the
Mhm.
episode was, but it wasn't on mine. We talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
It
today
wasn't
or
on mine,
yesterday.
but it was an honorable.
It should have been because
Yeah,
that's,
I
that
love it.
ship. I played Rogue Squadron as a kid, and that was like a cheat code You could get the Naboo starfighter as
Very
a cheat
cool.
code
Yeah.
like a year before the movie came out.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so it's always been a thing over like that's Star Wars to me.
I
So
have
to
one of
see
them
him
at
do
home
that-
that's like this big.
Oh.
And I had the Lego set,
is
but
it the episode 1 scale?
yeah. And I had the Lego set, but I modified it and I made a black one. So I have a black N one at home, which is really slick. It
Man.
looks like Mando's, but not
I
silver.
want
It's black.
one of these, and the TVC so fucking bad.
Yeah.
right now. This should have been the next HasLab project.
Oh yeah. That could have given it away though. Maybe they didn't want to spoil stuff. I don't know.
This
They
sh- I
had-
mean, this right here. Like it. When I saw this, I was like, I see what they're doing.
Yeah.
And it was
All the
final
feels.
product ended up being exactly what I thought it was going to be in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
They
it's mostly
had-
silver with that little yellow like arrow thing.
He
on
left
the
a little
side.
bit of the yellow on there.
I love it.
When Phantom Menace came out back in, was it 99?
99. Yep.
They had like a touring exposition that went around to like museums around the country, and they took to the Children's Museum of Indianapolis. It showed up. They had a life-size to scale N1 starfighter,
Fuck, man.
and I remember standing under that as a kid and just like being in awe on how big it was. Like that was my original like standing by the Falcon at Galaxy's Edge type moment, and I was like, "This ship is awesome. I want. This is a Corvette, but a spaceship. Like I want this."
Very
And to see it now again in live action after 23 years, it's just unbelievable.
Very cool. So
Yeah.
we spend a lot of time in her pit.
Oh yeah,
Like
Get a
BD1.
montage.
Yeah, this was definitely a montage.
Yeah.
It's BD1, Mando,
Yep.
Pele, right? Pele. I don't know. I
We
keep
learned that
forgetting her name.
Pele has dated a Jawa,
Yes.
and we learned that
They're-
Jawa is a
She
furry.
dated a Jawa.
Yeah, she said it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I
she
used to
did.
date one of those. You know, the little furry.
They're very because
very furry.
she was speaking Jawa.
That was the only part. I mean, I think it fit, but it was almost like that Anakin R2 moment, the deleted scene. But I think in a
Almost.
I've watched it 3 times. I
but in
didn't
a good
catch it.
way. She
Oh,
goes
really?
like,
Yeah, she said they're furry. Yeah.
and she like
Could-
she speaks Jawa.
Could they be displaced Ewoks
That would be funny.
on
and
Tatooine
Well,
that
I
are
mean,
that's what
Tamara Morrison
Tamara
said
Morrison said
loved
he
and
played
loved
with the
working with the
Ewoks.
Ewoks.
the first
would
thing
be
I
so
thought
funny.
of
That would be so
because
funny.
they ain't going on Endor
No.
unless he was Captain Rex in
That would
Ahsoka.
kind of fuck up Jawas though.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
want them
yeah,
to be
it
their own
would.
species.
I'll never forget
Yeah.
I was in launch bay. I turned around and fucking Jawa was standing right there
That's
looking up
probably
at me.
creepy.
Scared
When
the
you could
shit
trade
out of
with
me.
them, that was so much
I
fun.
never
That
got
was a
to
lot of fun,
experience
yeah.
I
that.
traded
I'm
Bentley
so
for a spoon. That's a true story. I have it on video somewhere.
That's how you got that Galaxy's Edge work.
Hey
that's
man,
how.
that's what it is.
Yeah. And that's why I haven't seen Bentley in a couple years.
I love
That
I don't
That
know
is-
where he is. I hope
No.
he's doing well with the Jawas.
I loved when the stormtroopers walked through launch bay and the Jawas.
I love when
oh
they
my
walk
God.
through Galaxy's Edge, but that's a different story.
That dessert party was the shit. I wish if I could like just grab us all and go back in time like 2 years doing that Star Wars event
Mhm.
dessert party was so much fun.
That was
We got a
for an
Captain
after-hours
Phasma
event,
mug.
right?
It was just a dessert party.
Oh, I thought it was an after-hours
No,
event.
it was just a dessert party. Like they
Okay.
would take like the way they do like Magic Kingdom dessert parties.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was just a Star Wars one. So, and my favorite part was the stormtroopers at the end of the dessert party would escort you to your fireworks viewing.
That's awesome.
It was the
Man.
shit. It was so
That's
awesome.
So we spent a lot of
I
time
love
in the
that.
pit. They're putting the N1 Starfighter together. There's a callback to Episode 4 here, when the Jawas go out to get a piece, and I can't remember the name of it, but
They
it's
stole it from the Pikes. That's what
Yeah.
they do. But
it's the same piece that Han uses, and Luke and
yeah,
Leia,
to prop up.
to prop up the trash
I caught
compactor.
this
Yeah.
the very first watching of it. I said, "That's." I remember looking at Holly and I went, "Oh my god, that's a part from the trash compactor." And
Mhm.
she
Yeah.
goes, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Right? She's like,
And
I might have
pulled her
to
a
take
photo
back
up.
my.
She's like, "Engagement? What?"
Yeah, I might have to take
Um,
that back. No.
I pulled it up and I was like, "Look," and she goes, "Oh my god, that's exactly what that is." And
Yeah.
I was like, "It could be a coincidence. It could be."
No, I don't think it's a
It's
coincidence.
just a coincidence because they stole that straight from a Pike speeder.
It's not a
But
coincidence.
it's not a coincidence in
In the
Star
show.
Wars.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Favreau
To
and
the show, yeah.
Yeah.
He knows
and
what
Bryce
that
Dallas
is.
Howard did
Yeah.
it on purpose.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah.
So
I
it
was
works.
blown away by that. Like that was
so cool.
attention detail to that was just
The
like,
scene
wow,
with BD when Din asks him, he's like, "Where's this piece go?" And
Yeah.
BD pulls up a projection,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
puts it in.
Yep.
I love that too. I was like,
Yeah.
man, BD, thanks, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
BD's a gangster droid.
BD's a shit, man.
yeah, he's the most helpful droid. He's probably the most helpful.
Oh, I would say so.
And yeah, it's
Because
no question.
R2D2's got an attitude on him sometimes, and he doesn't
Yeah.
want to help. And
Well, R5 cursed. She's like, "Watch your language."
That's true.
that's
It made
right.
me
R2
happy. I was
cursed
like-
too on Octo.
was like,
Luke's
yeah.
like, Sacred Island, watch the language. Like, R2 cusses. I don't think BD's ever cussed. He's probably like, gee willikers, cow, I'll give you the piece.
Something like that.
I bet he's a clean.
But he's a dog. He's Winston.
Definitely.
BD1 is Winston.
Yeah. Jackson's more of an R2.
Oh,
He just,
God,
he's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Screw you, I don't want to do that.
Or he's one of the first order mouse droids.
Yes.
I'm trying to think what Jack is. Jack's like a fucking. What's the craziest droid ever?
That's tough. He's kind of like a pit droid.
Jack's like a Jack's a pit droid. Or he's like doesn't know what's happening.
There you go, pit droid.
You just yell at him.
But one of those pit droids does. He's the smarter one, according to Pelly.
According to Pelly.
I always knew you were the smart one. That was great.
And they all kind of looking like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And she's like,
And he's like, yep, that's me.
I'm right.
Yep.
So he finally takes the starfighter up, right?
Oh.
So this is cool because he just takes off.
Yep, and he goes to one of Brad's favorite places.
Yes.
Take it away, Brad.
He goes through Mos Eisley and Beggars Canyon.
Beggars
Yes.
Canyon, yeah.
Beggars
And
freaking
dude,
Canyon.
The nostalgia. Oh my God, the nostalgia I felt watching this.
So
was,
good.
It was like watching the pod. I'm gonna get him. I'm truly getting emotional because
Yeah.
you guys know, listen to the show. I know I love the pod racing. It's just part
You
of me.
do?
I can't. I can't not separate it. It was. I think this episode for me as a whole was the best Star Wars television episode of all time because the Luke moment is a moment, whereas this episode is an episode, and it encompasses everything. Like it hits on every facet of
This
Star
episode
Wars.
has moments.
Moments.
Like,
It's
like
got
5
It's
moments.
got prequel moments. It's got Fallen Order moments. It's got post Episode 6 moments. It's got everything wrapped
It's got
into
theme
one.
park
trilogy,
moments.
yeah.
and
It's got theme park moments. Yeah,
animated
it's
show
got
moments. It's got everything.
everything. And watching him go through, and like passing the ramp up that Anakin goes up
where they
through,
had the
where
wooden
Aura
blocks.
Singh shoots at the
Oh, yeah.
shoots at the it's the pod racers, right? Shoots
Yeah,
at
the
pod
Tuskens
racers.
shoot too, but Aura does.
Aura does
Aura's
too,
hanging out up
which
there.
I bought the Black Series of Aura the other day. I'm very excited.
I've got the Black Series Aura.
Yeah, I've got Black
look,
Series Aura too.
It was one of those ones I always saw, and then I started seeing it less and less.
Yes.
And the next time I saw it, I grabbed it because
Too bad.
I got it from World of Disney. Yeah.
Too bad
I got
Beckett.
it at Target. I think.
Too bad Beckett
Walmart.
pushed her and then gravity killed her.
Yeah,
Too bad.
That's a weird tie-in.
Yeah.
But
Beckett killed her.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
It's
say,
in
say
Solo.
It Solo. Yep.
Lando's like, you're Tobias Beckett. You killed Aura Singh.
Oh shit.
And Beckett goes, pushed. Gravity.
Gravity's
Did
gravity
the-
what did her
Oh,
in, or
holy
something
fuck.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that is a weird way to.
It works.
Just
'cause
right
it's
off
the time-
Things.
The time period's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it
cool with
does.
it.
Yeah.
That sucks. All right. That's what it is.
But just watching that, man, it just was like, I just got like transported back to 10-year-old me watching
Yeah.
the Phantom
I
Menace.
think we all did.
And I was just like watching him like navigate it and like turn it,
Mhm.
and like the references of like pulling the switch and pushing the button, which is what Anakin did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like it just hit all
It was
those
good.
all those notes for me, and I was just like,
It
I'm
was-
here for it.
I could just
Phantom
hear.
Menace is not a great movie by any stretch.
It's got some great
but
scenes.
It's my
Oh,
it's
come on,
my
yeah.
favorite prequel movie.
Yeah.
I think it's better than
It's mine
Revenge
too.
of the Sith.
Mine too.
No, Revenge of the Sith is mine.
Revenge
but-
of the Sith is a better film.
Yes.
But Phantom Menace is my favorite.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
know, but God, I just love Anakin turning.
I know.
God,
I'm with
damn
you.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
with you. I
You love him
understand
killing those
completely.
kids, don't you?
I
Yep.
understand. But there's something about being a 10-year-old watching that
And seeing
No,
other
I
10-year-olds
totally
get
and
understand.
killed.
just being like,
Hell
that,
yeah.
this is my
And
shit.
the second half of Phantom Menace is glorious, especially when the duel between Obi-Wan,
duel,
Qui-Gon,
like,
and,
Yeah.
it's
and,
incredible.
Maul.
So I just was like transported back to that, and it just made it for me.
Can we finally get an update to Star Tours now that has like this scene in there?
I want them to do. I want them
There
to
should
add
be
something from
Mando moments,
Mandalorian
and there
from
should
Star
be
Wars.
Boba moments. Like
Yeah, there should be.
I don't know why there's not.
It's gonna happen.
Solo moments. Like
It's
I don't know
gonna
why.
It's gonna happen.
Rogue One
They
moments.
did it for episode 7, 8, 9. They'll do
Yeah.
it for this too. It'll
Rogue
just-
One, Solo, and
With
Boba.
Chuck-
and
How
Mando.
cool would it be if you got like a transmission message from Galen Erso,
Ooh,
like you were the Resistance at Project Stardust, and this is
yeah,
on Star
stuff
Tours.
like that.
That'd be cool.
I'm here for it.
So
Okay.
Mando would be easy because you don't have to get an actor. It's just a guy in a helmet,
yeah,
so that'd be even
As
easier.
long as you can do the voice.
Yeah, just get Pedro to do the voice for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Here's $10,000.
exactly. They can give him money for he could do it from his couch at home.
Yeah,
100%.
I can just see Qui-Gon yelling at Mando, "You stay in that cockpit!" Like I can just see that. Like that.
Didn't
know.
Didn't know.
It's so good. Anyway,
The
what's
scene was
So
great.
the scene we get to, he flies past Greedo Jr. and he
Yeah,
nods
he's up
at
in
him.
space next
This-
to a commercial transport.
And then this scene, when the New Republic
Yep.
approaches him, the New Republic doesn't sit right with me. they're very much
Cops.
Yeah, they're cops, but
Yeah.
didn't they rule to get the cops, like space cops? You know, the authoritarian like space cops away from this, and now they're kind of like, let me see your tags.
To me, it was always like they took over as the police, and that's what the Rangers of the New Republic was going to be. Was like they're in charge now, and that's what this is.
That's why the First Order rose, because you couldn't keep your shit together, New Republic.
Yeah, because you're letting people go just because you're like, he helped us that one
Do you
time.
want to do paperwork for the afternoon?
Yeah.
Yes, you have to, or the galaxy will fall apart.
Yeah.
We need order.
That's what it is.
Yeah. But I was really hoping there was going to be Carson again, or it was Carson, but I was hoping it was going to be Trapper again.
I did
Oh,
too.
of
we got
course, we
Carson.
all wanted
So
to be Trapper. Yeah.
I don't know who this new guy
I
is,
did.
but I don't care. But Carson was cool. I love seeing Carson.
I love it.
Do we think the other kid, this new kid, was supposed to be Cara Dune? And then
You kid?
the other guy in the ship. Do you think it was supposed to originally be Cara?
Oh, like
And
if
they
Carrie
wrote
hadn't
that
gotten
off.
canceled, do you think Cara Dune would be a part of this?
Oh, in
And
the
she
other,
was going to be like,
no.
we'll let you go,
Interesting.
Mando.
No,
Do you think they're going to be like, she'll be the one that says, we'll let you go this time, Mando?
No, I don't.
I don't
Because
know.
she would. She was given the Ranger title, right? Or she was given
that's
the.
true. She's the Ranger of Navarro.
Yeah, so,
yeah, so she
I
wouldn't
don't.
be out there.
She wouldn't be doing
Yeah,
that
she
shit.
wouldn't be
yeah.
out by Tatooine. Good call. That's why we got you around for that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Brad's going to get a vibrator and push it in his butt.
But
So
They mentioned, like, Pelly's pushing this as a point, how this is pre-Empire,
yes,
so it's off the grid.
right.
But then the New Republic come up and they're like, where's your beacon? Where's your tags? What's going on?
Yeah,
with
they
this
can't
ship?
read them; they just see them.
Yeah. Well,
And-
yeah, they're like, you can't go that fast next to the ship. We need your info. And Mando's like, hey, it's new. I got nothing.
And then they mentioned something about the Razor Crest, right? Like being registered. I'm like, hey,
Carson
are you?
is like, didn't you used to fly a Razor Crest?
Yeah.
And Mando's like, you got the wrong guy, officer,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. Yeah, you're confusing me with the wrong guy, officer.
Right.
And then he's like, I'm just putting some pieces together. And you mind if you answer a few more questions?
Mm-hmm.
And Mando's like, I'm good.
See
and
ya.
he just takes off. And the other kid's like, how'd he do that? He didn't even power up his thrusters or whatever.
Right. I think it's pretty cool that the ship doesn't need the attachment that they used in the
In
prequels
it doesn't
to
need
go
the
into
ring,
hyperspace.
The hyperspace ring.
Yeah.
Nubians never had those. It was the Jedi Interceptors that had those.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Yeah.
God, that'd be cool if we go back to Naboo coming up here. So.
Ooh, man, that'd be awesome.
I don't know why they would.
I don't see a reason to, but I don't know.
Unless they need a special part that's on Naboo for the starfighter.
Possibly. Because Pelly even says this is like commissioned for the Queen's Royal Guard.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a Amidala reference or a Padme
Right.
name drop. That would have been cool. Like who was this ship registered to before? An Amidala?
Yeah.
Oh, that
that
would've
could have
been-
been cool too.
Yeah, but that's okay. We got so many other callbacks and everything
Yeah.
in this episode.
Yeah. So he finally goes back to the hangar and he lands again. I think they already said this part maybe before the flight or whatever, but the astromech port is no more. And
Yeah, I
she's
think it's
like-
when he gets back, right?
it might be because
Yeah.
she's like, yeah, I took that out because you're dispositioned for droids. I didn't think you'd want an astromech.
We
But
all
It's also a perfect spot for little Grogu.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep, that's
come
where
on.
Grogu's going, kid.
Yep, he's got his own little seat up
I
there.
thought about that.
That's
How
pretty
much of it.
obvious, but
Yeah.
it works. It makes sense. And like you said before, you go from a freighter that can hold 15 people to a ship that can only hold an astromech
He's
and a
clearly not
pilot.
going to go bounty hunting. After
No,
this.
you
Like,
can't
you
put a
can't,
bounty
like-
up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
All you
What are you
can
gonna
fit
do?
up there
Tie him
is-
to the back of the starfighter?
yeah, exactly. That was my
I can
only
bring you
issue
in
with-
cold, or I
with
can
it.
bring you in cold.
Dead
Like,
in space.
I can bring you in cold or in carbonite, which is also cold, and just like tow you through space.
Yep.
You ever been towed through speed in
it would just be
carbonite?
like it'd be like getting keel hauled, but space.
Yeah, that's
Ugh.
my only concern about that ship is like, how are we gonna
He's not gonna.
go forward with this? Like, it's got to be Grogu's
Well,
little compartment,
because
right?
the episode ends with, we'll get to the line that it ends on, but Fennec shows up.
Yeah, he
And
gets
she's
back
like-
down.
She's like, something like, did she communicate to him?
No, when he got back down, he Manda was told that there was somebody looking for
Right.
him,
And
and they kicked
Mando's
her
like,
out.
did you get her name?
Yeah.
And Pelly's like, no. And then
No,
all of
it
a sudden,
didn't.
all you hear is, it was Fennec.
It was Fennec Shand.
And it's
She's
like,
Yeah.
it's Fennec.
Oh.
you completely bypassed all
Yeah.
of our security.
Yeah,
Cool.
because you have no
fantastic.
security, because you just have 5 droids.
You have a
Pit
fucking
droids at
BD-1
that.
droid
Yeah,
and
pit droids.
BD
Hey,
one's not a
could mess some
security
people
droid.
up. He could mess some people
Neither are
up.
pit
though.
droids.
No.
Yeah, I know, but they're bigger than BD at least.
BD
That's
could mess
true.
some people up, though.
He absolutely could.
He helped
He
fight
could
Vader.
run up you
He
and
did.
fuck
He
you
helped
up.
fight Vader for
Yeah.
crying out loud.
He did.
Don't care. He-
Balls of fucking steel that BD
Yeah,
one has.
well, I mean, I hope
droids is
so.
a shit.
All,
Yeah,
all
100%.
droids should have balls of steel.
Right.
I mean, it's just. Or Beskar.
C
Beskar balls.
Beskar
Say
balls.
like Beskar balls. Say like C3PO.
Beskar balls.
If like C3PO was with Cal, he would be
Oh.
like, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm
Yeah.
a pussy.
No,
No.
I'm afraid that I've been compromised
He would
by
have been like-
Lord Vader's
He would have been like,
use of the Force.
thank the maker. It's the maker.
It's the maker, yeah.
He'd be like, Father, and just get chopped down by the lightsaber.
He would have been like, you are my father.
You couldn't protect my mother.
Ooh.
That's
It's
pretty
true,
deep.
he couldn't, but
So then
He wasn't
digress.
there.
that's true.
He also couldn't protect her, but he
No,
wasn't there.
he couldn't do anything.
he was
Oh no, Tusken Raiders.
well he wasn't there when they but he let her out of the house.
No, he let her out of the kitchen.
Never let
Evan
your
said
woman
that.
out of the
Evan
house.
T. Boucher
I
said
did
that,
say
everybody.
that.
Evan
As a
said,
joke,
Don't
but
let
hey.
your woman out of the kitchen.
Happily ever after on YouTube.
That's
Um,
me.
Send your hate there.
Yep.
Because I said women are equal and they can do just what men can do.
So this is the wrap up of the episode. Like a lot happened at the end here.
Yeah.
on
so
top of
Fennec
Brad's
offers him
sexism.
to go hook
Um,
up with the job with Boba here.
And then Fennec tosses him a bag of credits
Says, "On
and he
the
says,
house."
"This one's on the house."
And then he goes, but first, I got to pay a visit to a little friend. Cut to black.
Boom boom.
I'm like, you can't end it better. That's a perfect ending. You
So-
can't. Ugh.
Here's what I wonder. Is next week going to be a continuation
Yes.
of this episode?
Or is it back to Boba?
Or is it Boba going, when he comes back, he's going to help you?
Well, yeah,
And
that's
then
a good
Mando
point.
goes
We'll be
and
so
does his shit
disappointed.
with Grogu.
In season 3 of Mando.
Exactly. And we get that in season 3. And then you get, there's like a time
I
gap
think
of
that's
a
what we're
week.
getting.
I do too.
And
I think we go back to Boba.
I think we go back
Because
to Boba.
why would
Yeah.
we have unless Boba goes with him? But why would Boba Fett leave Mos Espa? Like, why would he leave? I mean, he could leave the palace, I guess. He could leave it in the hand.
What
Maybe he
would
could
be the
leave
logical-
Chrysanthemum back.
just to help him? Because, like, you can't, if Mando's returning a favor, you can't then go, like, to return your favor of returning a favor, I'm going to go with you to Grogu.
I'm going to return you a favor.
Where is Luke's Jedi Temple?
Oh, I don't know the name of
Don't
that
know. I
planet.
mean, it's
Wow,
kinda-
I
we don't
should.
know the
It's in the
planet,
comic.
right?
It's in the comics.
I know.
It
All right,
says the
so
name.
so
I can't
Mando will
think of the
fly
name.
I know.
there, see
Let's-
Grogu, and then
we-
come
I
back
gotta find
and then
this.
help Boba Fett.
Luke's Jedi Temple?
Yeah.
Keep talking. I'll find it.
Well, he doesn't need help to get there. It's not like a dangerous
No,
mission.
it's not.
He can
It's not
fly there and
Octo. I
land
know. Yeah.
himself. Like, it's not a dangerous mission.
Dude, could you imagine if the episode we get is Mando going to see Grogu while he's training it with
I told Courtney, I said, if they do
this
this-
happens, it might be the greatest Star Wars
His-
moment of all time.
Evan's
Watching Luke
balls-
train a new and seeing young Ben Solo. I mean, I might fucking lose it
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say Evan balls would blow off because of a young Ben Solo.
because
being
he will
in it.
be there.
And if there's an RX in the same episode, I'm gonna.
Jesus Christ, leave the fucking RX
I'm
alone.
I'm literally gonna cry
I'm
thinking
not
about
gonna
it.
have anything.
Like seeing that would be so
I'm telling you,
overwhelming.
Din is going to get trained how to wield a lightsaber by Luke,
That'd be
or
epic.
maybe Ahsoka. Maybe
Ahsoka would be perfect. She has.
Luke-
yeah, she knows
Luke-
the
hang
saber.
on.
She's seen it.
Ahsoka would be dope.
Yeah.
Luke would be perfect.
I know
Like,
he would be
him
perfect.
teaching
yeah.
him how to hold that, like knowing what it is, and like explaining to him the importance of the dark
Can you
saber, 'cause
imagine,
he's
like,
done this like Jedi
Luke
Temple
holding.
jumping around with Lando, finding out shit from the
Yeah.
Force, like learning it.
Can you
Oh my
imagine
God.
Luke like grabbing the dark saber and looking at it? That'd be cool.
Oh my God, I can't. I didn't want to think about that because
If
like
all this happens, I might have to go buy a dark saber. Just if that does happen.
You-
They're smart.
I don't
That's
buy
how
it.
they get money.
If I didn't have the dark saber already, which it would have been a crime. After that opening scene to this last episode,
If there was a
I would
way I
have
could-
ran to Doc's to buy it.
If I could just buy the hilt, I would. I wish there was a way I could.
This is the way.
it's never been said in canon what the planet is.
Really?
Oh, not even in the Rise of Kylo Ren.
No, I'm looking at the Wikipedia entry right now, and it shows that,
funny.
that it's canon with like quotes from Episode 8, but nothing about where the planet is.
That'd be cool if it was on the other side of Batu.
I think
Could
it'd be
be.
dope if it's on Batu. Because
Same temper,
here's
like
a
climate
picture.
and everything.
Here's a picture of
Yeah.
it. It looks Batu-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it could
comics-
absolutely
the
be
comics, it
Batu.
looks very
That could be
Batu.
Batu.
That'd
So-
be cool.
Because all we know of Batu is Black Spire.
But no, there's a Jedi temple on Batu.
Okay, yeah.
It's not in
So-
Black Spire.
It's not on Black Spire.
Oh, I didn't
but
bring this up in the last episode, but I listened to an interview with Bobby Moynihan, who does many Star Wars voices.
Oh, he got canceled.
But did he?
Did he not?
Great.
No.
I
Good.
don't know.
If he didn't, good.
But he's in the VR game, and he finally explained where his cantina is located. Because I sit in front of the Falcon, and I'm like, I don't see it up there. But apparently, it's a ship. It's not a cantina. It's like a ship with a bar.
Oh.
So he's like, when you go to Batu, I'm just not landed there. But in the game, I'm landed up there. And I'm like, lazy, but okay.
All
Yeah.
right. I can squint my eyes and see it.
Yeah, and now I'm like, well, at least
It doesn't feel like a ship when you're on it. Although it does because when you there's like a door you walk in and out of.
Yeah, and also
Could
like
be.
I'm like, okay, I like that now that there's not a cantina and then 2 feet away Oga's cantina.
Yeah, I'm
So-
with you.
So I like it, but lazy. But
So there's I think next Wednesdays we'll go back to Boba.
yeah,
With Mando will show up. These last 2 episodes are going to be crazy. There's lots of possibilities.
Yeah.
Crimson Dawn is still chilling in the background somewhere.
yeah.
Do we think because my prediction early on, like episode 2 or 3, was we're getting Han. Do you guys still think we're getting Han?
Yes, and Sabotage by the Beastie Boys is going to be playing in the background when the Falcon comes into the scene.
I loved your.
Yeah.
Please
Okay.
tell people this because
So-
this is. I was like, when I first read it, I read it the first time you sent it to me, and I
Hey,
was like,
Any music can't be as bad as that techno music we got
Right.
in the
no,
modification center.
this makes more
Like,
sense than that.
So it's just it's a little Guardians of the Galaxy, just a little bit, but I feel like this would work
It
in
fits
Star
with Han.
Wars.
It fits
I
with
fe-
Han.
Right, exactly. So they're maybe outside of Jabba's palace. They're fighting. The Pikes are overtaking. Maybe another syndicate joined with the Pikes and turned on Boba. They're overtaking Boba, Mando, Fennec, and his 2 guards and Black Chrysanthemum. They're all separated, and then it might be. It looks grim for them. And then a shadow flies over them all, and everybody looks up, and then Sabotage by the Beastie Boys starts playing. And then like, can't stand it. And then all you see is just the Falcon swinging back and forth. And then Han is right there, and Chewie's in the gunner position, and they're just mowing down the Pikes while Sabotage is
kinda
playing
cool.
in the background.
that's a fan edit that we'll see. That's cool.
I would love that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it would be cool. It would be really cool.
Obviously, Star Wars is not going to use real life. Like, I don't think they've ever done that, right? They haven't put like real life
It's always
music.
been
Yeah.
orchestral music, but like the sentiment, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
But we're getting to season 2, and we're gonna get Kira at some point.
I don't think we're gonna get a season 2 of this show.
No.
Because I think it's just gonna. I think this is why they did this, is to meld Boba Fett and Mando into one show.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, we gave you this Boba Fett like subplot.
Yeah. It's like
Which-
his prequel.
Let's be real.
Fair.
If we're watching Mando and they keep cutting back to this shit, we'd all be going, why don't they just give us a Boba Fett show and
Mhm.
just show
Fair.
us that?
Yep.
And then we would be like, but it doesn't need to be more than like 7 episodes.
Exactly.
And then we'd be like,
And that-
oh, okay.
and that's exactly what we got.
good
So,
point.
like,
good point.
I think we're on track here. I
Yes.
think they know exactly what they're doing.
Yes.
I'm still a little reluctant to go like Jon Favreau needs to be in control because there's a lot of this shit that's filler, and I don't.
But
I
then you
don't
get
need
episodes
all
like
of it.
this, though, when it's like chef's kiss. Like,
Yeah,
You
but-
thank
could
you.
say that.
But here's the thing: are all how many episodes of Mando were there? There were 16.
Yeah, 16
Right?
total, 8 and 8.
So 16 plus 7 is 23.
Yep.
Yeah.
23 episodes, and about 4 of them. So let's just round up. I'm just rounding up. 23 hours of content. 4
It's-
of them are exceptional.
It's probably
It's not
18
that.
or 19 hours.
It's not that, but I'm rounding up. Like let's just round up and say every episode's an hour, just
Yeah.
for simple math.
Okay, yeah,
4
sure,
of
4.
the episodes are like really, really good. Is that a good ratio? It's not bad, but is it like where you go like, yes, give me everything you have in your brain for Star Wars?
It's
To
better.
me, it's not.
It's better content, and you're
Than
going to hate me saying that. It's
No, I'm
better
gonna
than
agree.
episode 9.
No,
Like,
I'm going to
it's,
agree.
it's better
Ratio-wise,
content than Rise of Skywalker.
I think you're right,
Oh,
ratio-wise.
no. Rise had so much shit in there that was just like wrapped up for me.
I think you're right, though.
It did, but I enjoy.
I'm reluctant to say it's better than that.
I think it is,
Yeah, I
though.
think it's on
I
par.
love Rise.
I
but you're
enjoy the
right.
2 seasons of Mandalorian and what we got of Book of Boba Fett so far a little bit better than episode 9, just a tad.
in one movie though, but you're comparing
I know,
2.5 hours to like 30.
I know, I know.
Yeah, I agree, though, I think.
I mean, I still love Rise of Skywalker.
I do too.
I love it.
And I have issues with it, but like
Oh, yeah, we all do, but-
we all do.
but
like,
still.
I still think it's just so hard to like wrap up. Like I honestly think like movies are like almost outdated.
but you still
as a
need them,
whole.
though. Yeah.
You need them, but like I feel like it's like it should just be an ongoing series. I think that's where this this sequel
out of
sequel trilogy fucked up is making 3 movies.
out of all the live action episodes or chapters, whatever you want to call them, we've got.
If Last Jedi was a show,
Ooh,
and you got
that would have been hurt. That would have hurt.
you got like 6 hours instead of 2.5.
That would have been cool though. But you don't get the Holdo shot on a big old screen. You know, you don't get
No, yeah,
the beauty
I've
of
been the one
crate
that's going, we
on a
need Star
giant
Wars
screen.
movies, but like I think
yeah. I
as
want
far
crate
as
on a big
storytelling, I think it's a better
I get it.
way to go with shows than it is to go with
I get it.
with movies.
screen. Out of all the chapters or whatever seasons and whatever of live action Star Wars, like is this the one that would have been like better on a big screen? You think?
Oh yeah,
Like that Terminator
visuals-
alone
Oh, yeah.
visual,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Terminator scene
Mhm.
would have been amazing on a
Halo
big
scene
screen.
would
The
be
Yeah, the
scene,
Halos.
yeah.
I kind
The
of
dark
wish Disney
saber
Plus
stuff,
would go
yeah.
like we're doing Mando Day, or Mando Days.
Instead
Mando
of what they
Days
did
of
for
Summer,
Disney
where they,
Plus
like, they
this
show
day when
all
they showed
3
random
seasons
movie.
of Mando 1, 2, 3, and like you can watch them in one day.
Yeah.
Season 1's one day, season
Yeah.
2's one day, then Boba. Like I would love to see it on the big screen. Like
Yeah.
That'd be
now,
cool.
would the effects carry over to the big screen? That's
Probably
a different-
not,
That's
yeah.
a different
I would only
conversation,
want.
but
I would only see it if Gene's guy was there. I want Gene's guy to
I
be
want Gene's guy
on the
to
big
sign
screen.
to sign autographs and
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm telling you,
Not
that's
in
gonna
that
be,
too, but
that is
also
gonna
on the
be-
big screen. I want him.
I'm telling you right now, that's going to be a huge thing at Celebration.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get a
The
figure
Gene's
one
guy,
day
yeah.
of him.
30 Gene's
50
guys.
50 years from now, we'll get
I mean,
a
I got a
TVC
George
Gene's
Lucas Stormtrooper.
TVC
coming.
Gene's
It's
guy.
happening.
guy. Yeah.
All
TVC
right.
Gene's guy?
What
Yes.
what would
They
you
should
give
be.
this episode out of 10?
9.5.
Ooh, okay, Evan.
Dang, that's an 8.5.
9 for me.
Yeah,
It's
right in the middle, but yeah, you
I
can't. go
think
wrong.
it's the best episode of any Star Wars television show we've gotten to date.
I still think
The
it's
moment of Luke
I
is
don't know.
better.
the Jedi takes it for me. I
Really?
I'm a big
That
Ahsoka
ties
guy.
all
No,
of
no, I
this
get
in.
it. I get it.
That
but
ties
like,
all of everything.
Yes,
in.
it look, it gave us his name. Like
Yeah.
Grogu.
Grogu's
like
name.
shit. Like holy fuck.
You're not wrong.
She
Yeah.
mentioned Anakin like
to me,
Yeah.
that
getting
this
worked up over it.
To
And
me,
Thrawn
to
at
me,
the
this,
end.
Yes, Thrawn.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you have a very solid argument there. But for me, this just ties in literally all of Star Wars into one TV episode.
I get
it was
it.
like
And
you
that's-
said. It has video game,
that's
theme park,
tough.
animated, live action, prequels.
That
It
is very
has
tough.
everything.
And Bryce Dallas Howard slated.
and she sucks.
Yeah.
And she crushed this episode. Like
redemption.
she doesn't suck.
Star Wars is
She
about
sucked.
redemption.
Now this episode is a shit.
She's good at running in high heels away from a T-Rex.
Jason Momoa is
Yeah.
doing Fast and Furious 10.
And I'll talk more about Jason. Maybe I'll ginger
I'm-
snap on him on Sunday.
You should. I don't know. I feel like the moment of Luke, the moment, like
Oh,
the
of
last
course.
5 minutes of that show,
Chills all
is
the time.
uncomparable to anything we'll ever get in Star Wars. Like,
But
truly,
when
I
I
think that.
rewatch that episode, I skip all the way until Gideon didn't fight.
Correct, and that.
So,
Oh,
like,
I watched the whole thing.
no, I'm
The
with him
first
on
like
this. I'm
5
with him on
times I
this.
did, but now I just
I'm with
fast
him on this.
forward.
Like, you want to get to the Luke.
I want to
You
see.
do.
No, I want to see
where-
Din
to
and
where
Ma
they're, like,
fight.
They're like punching the
I know,
wall.
but I love the build up with the dark troopers because it's like they're so menacing until Luke shows up and he's like, "Fuck
I
all
want
y'all."
it in a TVC. Give me the Dark Troopers in a
Hell
TVC,
yes.
please.
Yes.
And Black Series.
Black Series
Yes.
would be cool.
I totally get what you're saying about the Jedi because they tie in books. There's a lot of shit.
Everything, yeah.
But
Yeah.
this to me ties in the prequels. It ties in. I mean,
It did. It touched it all. The OG
It hit
trilogy,
the
the
video
current
Everything
game
timeline.
except sequels, really.
yeah,
But because
I mean,
the
because the
sequels
sequels haven't happened yet.
Yeah, so you
hasn't
can't tie
happened
it
yet.
in.
So you can't tie in some shit that hasn't happened
Yeah.
yet.
Well,
It even
just-
ties in
it
Bad
just-
Batch because Fennec's in it and like all of it.
When I rewatched this, there wasn't a moment where to me there's no fat in this episode. Everything it should have been a Mando season 3 episode 1 episode, but like
Yes.
it's fine. Like I
Yeah.
got it in this book of Boba Fett for whatever fucking reason, but no one's saying that. No one's like
I think the fat they could have trimmed was they spent a lot of time fixing up the N1 Starfighter. As I felt like as
That
the
montage could have been like
I felt like as
20
they were going
seconds
along,
shorter.
like I knew the episode was 51 minutes. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna spend it doing this, and he
It's
was
not that
was
long,
walking.
it's like 5 minutes.
No, it's longer than 5 minutes.
There's no way it's
I
longer
don't
than
know.
5 minutes.
I feel like the
Then
max they
fixing it
coulda
up is not longer
The
than 5
max they
minutes.
could have
Okay.
cut is like 30 seconds of that, maybe. I don't think. Yeah, I think it's along the
It-
lines of 5.
It's,
Okay.
it's
I
less.
think.
It's between a minute and 5.
Yeah,
There's-
but that was the only fat I felt like
Right.
could be fat. Like they could have.
do I need to see him like fusing some shit together? No, but also he should get, like pay her less because he helped her do it.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just as an overall episode that has tied in everything we've seen in canon up to this point, it just did such a good job for me. And like we said before,
Yeah.
that Luke episode, like that moment is the shit. But the moment overshadows the entire season of Mandalorian for me. Like when I think of season 2 of Mandalorian, it's the Luke episode.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the last 8 minutes of the show.
Right.
Like there's so much more to the show. Think about how many cool scenes there are in that season, but like that just I don't know. This one just like as an overall episode, I think it's the strongest we've gotten. Now, if there was like some like if Boba Fett had shown up, would I give it a 10? I don't know.
I don't think that would have made it better or worse. It would have been like, all right, he's there too.
It would have made it more personal. Like he's more willing to go to the place where Din is and
I
go
mean,
like,
yeah,
I need your help.
Boba could have simply flew in there, be like, hey.
Yeah, he doesn't need any
That would have
security
been dope.
protocol.
But like,
he can just
would
fly.
it have? I don't know. I just think it's the best episode we've gotten, and I can't believe it's a Bryce Dallas Howard episode.
Yeah.
It redeems me.
I was
don't want her to
surprised.
have a movie now though. Like
I was surprised
relax.
when they
If
said
he
it.
did, I wouldn't be upset.
I
but
don't want Favreau to have a movie. He's good at TV. Let him keep
pretty
doing
good at movies
the TV
too.
thing.
Iron Man, it's pretty good.
You're not. Yeah, but he's good at movies. Yes, that's his forte. But I think his overall storytelling arc
It's a
works
long
better
format.
as a TV show
True.
than it does
Which-
as a film.
Iron Man led to TV on the big
Correct,
screen,
and led it to
so
everything in the MCU.
yeah,
Like
which is a
and that was the
big TV
foundation.
show. Yeah,
and-
No, it
and
didn't.
I-
Spider-Man did.
that's true.
That's true.
Yeah,
You're not
that is
wrong.
true.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I could be way off on this, and we'll know once we see the rest of the show. But this for me, it seems to me every episode of every show I've ever done, I'm like, this is my favorite episode, except episode 4
The
and except
Sanctuary.
episode 2 of
Episode
what's
4,
the Frog
season 1.
Lady? Is that episode 3?
Oh, and season 2,
Yeah,
Bryce's other one, the Harris, or no, the one before the Harris
I think it's episode 2.
is when the ice planet with the crinkness.
Yeah, with the frog lady and all that
and the
shit.
spiders.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forget who did that one.
whatever episode that is.
That one was.
That's where it kind of ended for me for those being like the. Because I feel like every week I go like, this is my favorite episode.
Well,
this is
'cause
my favorite episode.
season
and then when you go
2
back and watch it, you kind of go like,
Season 2, Chapter 1 gave us the Cobb Vanth when we're like,
Yep.
okay, anything's possible. They can bring in anything now.
Yeah.
Like they're willing to bring in
Cobb
this
Vanth
random
should
book
have
thing.
been us going, okay, Luke's an option.
Yeah.
Because they brought
yeah,
in
that should have
Cobb
awoken,
Vanth. A throwaway
awakened
line from a
a
book
terrible book. Like,
that wasn't even that
Yeah.
no one even acknowledged.
that was the best part of the book, and it wasn't even that good of a part.
It was a throwaway, like it's not even a full chapter.
yeah.
It's like whatever a prologue is in the middle of the book. It was like that.
Mando
Yeah.
could call up Cobb Vanth, be like, hey, you want to come up to Jabba's palace and help us?
Yeah.
He could.
That'd be cool.
I love.
He's on
Cobb Vanth.
Tatooine.
I love Cobb Vanth.
And he's worked with Tusken Raiders.
He
So
has.
he's cool with Tuskens.
Mm-hmm.
Boba's cool with
Bubba
Tuskens.
might have an issue with him though. That's the thing. It's like
Boba
you have
might.
my armor,
Boba's got
you have my
issues with a
armor.
lot of people,
Nah,
yeah.
I don't think he will.
I'm so curious how this ends.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
We haven't mentioned any of the other directors until this episode, so I feel a little bad that we haven't, but it just stood out because of who it was.
Because her episodes were trash.
Yeah,
Like,
but
let's
this
be
one was
real
great.
about what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I think she would agree this is her best episode.
Oh, by far.
Yes,
But there's, I mean, I
but
don't
the
think you
Heiress
could-
wasn't that bad. I'm telling you, it wasn't as bad as you remember it. Go
Which
back and
one is
watch
the
it.
Heiress?
That's the one
The Heiress, Bo-Katan,
when they
Ahsoka
meet
name
Frog
drop.
Lady on her home planet.
That's where they fall into the mouth of that thing. That was her. Because I thought she did the one that was the frog lady on the ice planet.
Nope,
no, it's
nope.
the one after that.
No. That's the one
On
she
Trask.
did is after the ice
On
planet. Yeah.
Trask.
Okay, I thought she
Ice
was the
Planet
ice
was-
When you get the
Robert
Imperial guy that
Rodriguez.
bites the cyanide pill, that's her episode.
Okay, that's a good episode,
Yeah.
but it's not great.
It's not as good
No,
as
no,
this
no,
episode.
no. It's not great,
It's
but
not like this. It's not like this episode.
No.
This episode.
no.
It's in the middle. It's in the middle.
Yeah,
because
it's-
Sanctuary
it's
is horrible.
Sanctuary is bad. Like it's
Return of the Mando, which is the name of this chapter, is
She's
great.
done something that I don't think any
Trask
Star
is
Wars
in the
director
middle.
has ever done for me personally, where you give me the worst in the series
Yep.
and the best.
Yeah, it's exactly what she
This
did
is
so
the
far.
best for me. Like it's just what it is.
Yeah.
That's where I stand. We'll see what happens next week. And fellas, let's wrap this shit up.
Let's do it.
Evan, where can they find you on the Instagrams?
Evan T. Boucher.
Tom?
Posting many
Sorry.
RX pictures.
Tom?
At JOEBIDEN, and I want you to
Hey, you just got a cat. You just got a cat.
Let's
Did you see
go,
that?
Brandon.
does he? No.
There's a cat in the White House.
Let's
I'm
go,
so happy.
Brandon.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go,
Tweet that at
Brandon.
me, please. No,
Let's
at
go,
Fourth
Brandon.
Mother Box, and follow us at Jedi Talk Podcast on the Instagram.
Hell yeah.
please.
Let's do this. Thank you guys so much for listening. I just want to thank you guys because I don't know if you guys know this. I feel like I told you. but the other day we had the 3rd highest downloads
Oh,
in
yeah.
Jedi Talk history.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Man,
So thank you. Keep sharing the podcast with everybody who likes Star Wars. So they
that's
can
really just me. I go and I just download everything.
download
It's
like
every episode.
9,000 times.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I have 18 phones at home. I just
Nice.
download it.
Just
Yeah.
fill it up with the
Burners.
same
You got
episode.
burners.
I
You
got
sell
burner
meth
accounts.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
But no, seriously, thank you guys for downloading the episode. We will see you guys on the next show. Until then, stay safe, and may the Force be with you.
Always.
Rise, Cal. Rise, Jedi Knight.
BD1's gay.
I know, Helen. I know. BD1 is. Somebody's got to feed her.
Oh, wait, fuck. I didn't hit stop.
Ah!